Alright guys, so in the live stream that happened this morning, they not only went ahead and revealed the classes for all of the different summer servants, but they also revealed the free-to-play, and as you can see on your screen right now, they also went ahead and revealed a new mystic code that we're going to be getting for Summer 8. And look, all I'm going to say is that I was close on a lot of the different classes for some of these servants, but others I was completely wrong, because some of these are just far out of left field. I mean, Suzuka is probably the most baffling one to me, but we'll obviously start getting into that as we start revealing some of the classes. So first and foremost, let's just start diving into this with Summer Castoria. And yes, her name is Summer Castoria Berserker. So I guess they're just going to go with the whole Castoria thing to kind of distinguish her from the other different saber faces that we've got. But if this is an offensive servant, expect her to be pretty good. I mean, we got Summer 4 is Berserker Musashi. Sorry, it's still a little early for me. We got that, right? And she was really good. Then we got Summer Ibuki, and then she became super meta. And so I'm expecting, I don't know, what seems to be an AoE Berserker that deals damage on their NP. I'm assuming that her turning all the wrong Miniads into Excaliburs is going to be doing damage. I'm expecting this servant to be pretty disgusting, and I will actually say that based on all of the different classes that we'll kind of get into for the Fey Knight banner, I think this is going to be the banner to actually summon on, because I don't know, what seems to be an AoE farming servant that's a Zerk, that seems like she's going to be very good. Now, we don't actually know what her card type is. I don't believe, I can't actually speak Japanese, so I'm not exactly sure, but it doesn't seem like anybody's really been talking about a revealed card type or anything. Honestly, if she's an arts farmer, I think that's kind of hilarious, because then you can use Castoria to not only buff your arts farmers, but then you can use Castoria as your actual arts farmer as well. I think that'd be kind of funny, but then, I don't know how everybody's going to feel about that. Unless you're me and you just love saber faces, you're like, great, I get to use saber faces all the time, not only as my supports, but also as my farmers. I think that'd be really sick. I know a lot of people were really hoping that she was going to be some, quick meta support that was going to revive quick, but I don't think that's what's going to happen with her. Like, it just does not look like she has anything like supporting going on. But again, I'd love to be wrong. Maybe she is like Ruler Scotty 3.0, right? She's going to be super insane and she's going to revive quick as a whole, right? Maybe she just happens to have a damaging NP, because to be fair, Ruler Scotty is the one who looks like she could save quick, or she looked like she could save quick, but she also had an offensive NP. She kind of had the Koyan Skya thing going on, where she had a damaging NP, but she was pretty much all about support. So I guess hope is not completely dead if you want her to be a support, so we'll see how this plays out. Next, we actually have the two banner units over here on her banner over here. Now, I was kind of speculating Ruler or Saber for Chloe over here, because I'm like, well, Chloe has the two swords, and I guess these two umbrellas are supposed to act like her swords, but they were like, nope, she's going to be an Avenger. So this might be a Summer Eris thing all over again, where she's just a dummy, nutty, broken offensive servant. Because if you guys don't know, for Summer 7, the Eris we got just does a boatload of damage, and she's got a very strong kit. So I'm expecting big things from Chloe, since she's now another 4-star Avenger that we're getting for Summer, and we just got Eris, so she's kind of got some big shoes to fill. Now, Suzuka is one of the ones that just completely caught me out of nowhere, just completely just came out of left field, because when I was doing my video, I was being really snarky. I was like, dog, she's got two swords, surely she's going to be a saber, right? But I guess I should have considered that this is the Fate franchise, and sometimes something as obvious as having swords doesn't mean that you're going to actually be a saber. They made her a rider, so I really don't have too many thoughts about this one over here for Suzuka. I'm like, that's really cool and all, maybe she'll be a really strong rider or anything, but I don't really feel like riders are exactly hurting for anything in particular. So we'll have to just see what Suzuka actually does. But Chloe, I'm actually very interested in, because being another Avenger that releases for Summer, that actually seems like she could be really good. I believe next, yes, is the free-to-play. So we were all really wanting Maeve to get the costume for Seanock over here. I believe I'm pronouncing that correctly, but you guys know me, pronunciation, not exactly my strong suit. But she's going to be the free-to-play servant regardless. And I think this is going to be super gas, because while this may not be the costume for Maeve that we actually wanted, it does at least least get her in the game, and she's a free-to-play foreigner. Now, all I'm gonna say is that free-to-play foreigners don't exactly have the greatest track record, right? I believe the last one we got was MHX Alter, and she's, you know, she's a unit, right? Let's just say that. She's one of the units of all time. So I'm hoping, because this is like Lost Belt 6 stuff, that they're going to be like, you know what? Let's make her really, really good. Because to be fair, some of the more recent free-to-plays that we've gotten have been really good. I mean, Io in particular is one of the more recent free-to-plays, and she's really, really strong. So hopefully this gives everybody an opportunity to have just a very strong foreigner on their account, because, you know, foreigners are all like mostly limited 5-star servants. You got a couple of 4-stars in there, but basically what I'm saying is that if they could give everybody access to like a decently strong foreigner, so you can have that in your box, I would be very, very happy about that. So just make her pretty decent, make her usable, and I think we'll be all good, because then now everybody has access to a free-to-play foreigner. Now we're getting into some of the Fey Knights. Now, Melucene is still the 5-star. I know a lot of people were really hoping that maybe Sith would get the 5-star treatment, or maybe Vargas would get the 5-star treatment. Me, I was talking about this yesterday on stream. I was like, I don't know. Melucene is too popular for them to make her like the 4-star, right? You know what I'm saying? They still gotta sell the banner. And unfortunately, I think Melucene out of the 3 Fey Knights is probably the most popular. And so they were probably always going to make her the 5-star. But they made her a ruler, which I'm a little concerned about. This is why I'm kind of planning on going all in on this banner, because I'm assuming Castoria is going to be a little bit better than Melucene over here, right? Because, you know, Melucene seems like she's an offensive servant. She's over there boxing everybody. I love the animations, but I feel like rulers are kind of hard to make to be like an offensive class. Like, I feel like there's very few rulers that are able to break out and look really good. Someone like Estrella can look really good as a ruler, but then someone like Amakusa, I always find myself wanting him to have just something extra, like maybe a damage mod or something. But it is Melucene, and I don't think they're going to mess up Melucene like that. Like, I don't think they're going to be like, oh, we just made her really mid, just give her like one attack buff and call it a day. Honestly, if they give her the same thing that the Lancer version has, where she can change her NP types from being AoE or a single target, like you can kind of choose which one you want, I think that'll help her out a lot. But this is one that I'm a little skeptical on, because I don't know, rulers, for whatever reason, I just am a very skeptical person when it comes to the class, because sometimes they feel very hit or miss, right? Then we have Vargas over here. I'm glad I got this one right, because I was like, dude, she's got a gun. Surely she is going to be an archer. I was like, okay, Suzuka's got swords. She's going to be a saber. Vargas is an archer because she has the guns and everything going on. And, you know, I was at least right about the Vargas one. I did not get the Suzuka one right. But yeah, I'm confident in Vargas because archers have a very strong track record. Like, there's not very many bad archers in the game. Even Takasugi, who came out earlier this year, even though he was kind of a letdown for some people, even he's still pretty decent, right? And then, like, you know, we have Durga, who just came out, who I think is very, very strong. I mean, just think about like all the strong archers that are in the game. I'm pretty sure she's going to at least be decent, right? And with the buff, like 4-star rates that JP has going on over there, even if she is one of those units like, say, even the original Vargas, who kind of does want to have extra NP copies, it shouldn't be that hard to max her out, right, if you're going all in on the banner. But unfortunately, I think I'm going to be missing out a little bit on this banner, because I think I'm going to hit this one really, really hard. But finally, we have Pretender Sith over here. And again, did not expect him to throw out another Pretender class servant. You know, I was kind of like, got a big hammer. She's got Serranos. Maybe she'll be a Berserker, but they were like, nope, we're going to make her a Pretender. And Pretenders do have a pretty solid track record. I mean, Hephaestus is really good. Oberon is really good. Proto Merlin is really good. And I mean, the free-to-play, like, 9-Dragon Liz is decent enough. Like, she's not terrible, I don't think. So I'm also pretty sure that Sith over here is going to be very, very strong. But I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts in the comments down below. Let me know which of these, you know, maybe caught you the most off guard and which one you're most looking forward to. I myself cannot wait for like 5 a.m. my time when the event drops and I get to see the deets for Summer Castoria, because dude, a Berserker for Summer, that's a good track record, man. That's Musashi, that is also Ibuki, and those were both very, very good servants when they dropped, and so I'm really looking forward to this one. Maybe she could still be a support, but I don't know, like, you know, Ruler Scotty being a support made a little bit more sense because at least she's a ruler. A Berserker support, I'm not really sure. I think they're obviously probably going to make her an offensive servant, but, you know, Hope's not completely dead. Maybe they want to make her like a pseudo support slash offensive servant. We'll have to see. But again, let me know all that in the comments down below. Make sure you leave a like on the video and subscribe for that sweet daily FGO content. Even if they release these 7 a.m. streams, I will still get that daily FGO content done just after I wake up. But with all that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. You guys have yourselves a nice one. Peace.